Hey everybody, it's Wednesday and that means it's time for another Bible story time. We're reading again, like we do every week, from the Spark Story Bible, and we're able to do this because we have permission from Sparkhouse and 1517 Media. I don't have this Sunday's gospel reading, it's not included in this story Bible, but I do have one that's sort of like it. This past week's reading talked about Jesus' disciples and how they were called to go out and share the good news about Jesus. And so I want to share with you a story called The Disciples, which is actually about when the disciples were called earlier in the gospel, but I think it's got some good stuff anyway. So here it is, The Disciples. Jesus told everyone he met, "Repent, stop the bad things you are doing and start doing good." One day, Jesus was at the seashore, and a crowd gathered to listen to hear what he had to say. Jesus hopped onto a fishing boat so more people could see and hear him. "Thanks for letting me use your boat," Jesus said. Then he said to the fishing brothers, Simon and Andrew, "I want to thank you with lots of fish. Throw out your nets." "We'll try," they sighed. Simon and Andrew put their nets into the water. "But we fished all night and caught absolutely nothing," they explained to Jesus. Suddenly, they felt their nets tug. They were overflowing with fish. Rip, pop, snap. The nets were so full that they were breaking. The brothers pulled in so many fish that their boat started to sink. "Help!" they called to their friends in another boat. "We have too many fish." James and John rushed to their rescue. The weight of the fish almost took their boat under too. They knew that their new friend Jesus must be someone special. He was the one who told them to catch those fish. "Hey, Simon and Andrew. Hey, James and John. Follow me," Jesus called to them. "Let's catch people instead of fish." Splash! The two sets of brothers dropped their nets into the sea. They were not fishermen anymore. Now they were disciples. Now they would follow Jesus. Jesus met a tax collector at his office. "Hey, Matthew, follow me," Jesus called. "Let's collect people instead of money." Clink! Matthew, the tax collector, dropped his coins to the ground. He was not a tax collector anymore. Now he was a disciple. Now he would follow Jesus. Jesus met 7 others that day: Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, another James, Thaddeus, another Simon, and Judas. "Follow me," Jesus said to each of them. Crash! Boing! Boom! They all stopped and dropped what they were doing. Now they were disciples. Now they would follow Jesus. Jesus and his 12 friends, the disciples, shared the workload with many other followers, including Mary Magdalene, Joanna, and Susanna. No matter where he went, Jesus called for men and women, boys and girls, to drop what they were doing and follow him. The word disciple just means follower. To be a disciple means someone who follows Jesus in doing the work that he calls us to do. And the most important work that Jesus calls us to do is to share the message of God's love with our friends and our family, with all the people we know. You are just as much a disciple as Andrew or Simon or James or John or any of the people who are named in the Bible, because Jesus has called you to follow him. As you go through the rest of this week, I pray that you will continue to follow Jesus, to ask God where Jesus is calling you to show God's love and grace and peace to the people you love and maybe even to people you haven't met yet. Take care, everybody. I'll see you again next week.